Okay, sometimes when you buy a new succulent, it can be very healthy and looking nice, like this crassula, but it is very, very wet. I'm not sure you can even see that. This dirt is like really wet. Okay, so one of the things I do when I get new succulents is they stay in like seclusion for a little while, just in case they have pests or some kind of disease that I don't want my whole succulent collection to get. So, but I don't want this one to be in seclusion with this wet, wet, wet dirt, okay? So this is one of the things you can do with succulents that's not typical for other plants. You can actually dump them out and let them dry out on a plate. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do here, okay? So basically you just, we're gonna use a plate. Just upside down, squeeze it really gently, and then you see the dirt. This is soaking wet. Like you can actually, it's wet, wet. This isn't good for any succulent ever. So I'm gonna just sort of loosen it up a little bit, gently, gently, gently. You don't wanna rip the roots off your plants. And this is a beautiful crassula, so I don't wanna damage it, but I wanna get it opened up a little bit so it can dry. And I'm just gonna let it sit right there and dry for a couple days, and then I'll actually plant it. Okay, you don't have to worry about it laying on its side or anything. They're sturdy actually. I'll tell you about some of the more fragile ones later, but these are pretty sturdy, and this is terribly, terribly wet. This is awful. So we're gonna let it dry out a little bit, and then we'll plant it later, okay?